Hello there, doctors. Are you feeling burnt out seeing patient one to one all day and still feeling financially stuck? And so, if you are feeling like this, today, Mike and I will show you exactly why creating an online membership is one of the smartest, most scalable move you can make as a doctor today. Because, doctor, if you're not online, you are invisible. I'm Dr. Ann Trump.
I'm Dr. Mike Meng.
So, in today's episode, we're going to talk about why you should do a membership and get out of trading time for money because there's so much you can do in the office one to one see patient. And if you're like a typical doctor taking insurance, you're probably seeing between 30 to 50 patients a day. Now, how long can you do that day in and day out and still enjoy what you do? Because you're going to feel burnt out. You're going to deal with all the insurance hassle and all the bureaucracy, and it's not sustainable. So, Mike and I are going to break down an opportunity online that will help you not doing one to one, but will be one to many. This is an experience that I had that I totally enjoy, that creating impact to millions. And as a doctor, you are already an influencer because you have the credibility and you have the expertise. And so you are just naturally somebody that can create an impact online. What's missing is you got to do it and you got to know who you serve and how you can help that person.
Yeah, so it's important, guys, just to leverage your expertise. If you think you saying something again and again and again, that could be the foundation for a membership. You already have, as Ann said, you've got the credibility, you have the authority, and now it's time to leverage all those years of training that you've done to help people, and now you can scale it. And I'm sure you belong to a membership. I belong to lots of different memberships. Most businesses now have a membership model. Our clinic has memberships, Anna's clinic has memberships. But just think of how many memberships you belong to. I've got a Netflix account, I've got a cell phone membership account. You may have a membership at your local gym. And what reason why businesses flock to memberships is because it gives you predictable income. And it's literally where you create it once and now you can serve many people. And the thing is with content, especially when you create something like using a community, now you are generating content not just from yourself, but from your members as well. So I belong to lots of different memberships. In fact, I belong to, and as many people know or some know, that I'm involved in the pickleball. And he recently, the creator, who's a pickleball pro, recently shared he's making $300,000 on just simple videos and a webinar he does once or twice a month. And the reason why we stay on it, it's for the community. So you can be present without having to be present, which is what's known as being asynchronous, delivering your content asynchronous. What that results for you is more freedom for yourself, less burnout, less bureaucracy to deal with it. And you
Right.
want to talk about the
How much?
benefits?
How much is your membership, Mike, for that pickleball membership?
I think I'm paying. I had an intro price, so when I paid for it, it was he did a founder's price. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
about $200 a year, and I think
Mm-hmm.
eventually now it's about $500 a year. And I think there's some where he has some that are paying like $50 a month to $100 a month because he has different tiers on in there. But on this video,
Absolutely.
yeah, he,
Yeah. I
he
mean, he's
shared it.
smart. What he did was he's smart in charging an annual reoccurring charge because that's really what our membership model is going towards. Instead of monthly reoccurring, it's going to an annual reoccurring model where you get a large sum in the beginning and you get more commitment for people to stay and you get more cash upfront to build the community. But let's get back to
And
membership.
just and just
Yeah.
to add one other thing that he does is it's not even included some of the other things he does. So he sells merchandise. I get to go to his camp. So I've met the creator twice, and so I get a discount at going to his camp. So I flew to Arizona and met with him. So he's got me for a long time, if not life, because he's already committed with me. So it's really
Okay,
cool.
okay. Listen to this. You got this is gold. This is gold. Doctors, this is gold. Mike, can you just say that again? What did he do to have you committed for life? What did he create for you?
So what he did was he introduced that he's doing this membership for pickleball players. It's an audience that he knows. We tend to be a bit addictive on it, so we're consuming content, we're consuming videos. He started off by doing a challenge when we've talked about the benefits of doing a challenge. And then the geek said, hey, if you want to be part of this membership group, we're going to give you a founder's price. So he got me in. And over a series, he's done simple challenges that gets people into his community. And then we keep coming back, and it's the school platform, which we're familiar with. And so he's got that engaged content. But now it's to the part where he's not even really, he's delivering like videos. He does occasional, I think we do a webinar once or maybe every couple months. But we come in because the content is so good, and it's also generated by the community. So we're submitting our own content. We're helping other pickleball players out there. And then he adds different exclusives, discounts, and merchandise discounts and camps. And the reason is it's people want to belong to something. We talked about that. I've talked about that in the past. Humans, we like belonging to different tribes. So now I'm in his tribe. And when it comes time to renewal, I'm sure I'm going to renew it again and again because you feel exclusive, and people like that exclusivity.
Absolutely. So he's a genius in creating community because that's really the formula in creating a membership is a community, a group of people helping one another. And that you feel belong as human being. We love to belong to something. And he's creating value by having the courses. And then he's making it fun. So he got you for life. He got you for at least 300, 500 a year because you're not going to give that up because you're getting the exercise, you're having fun, and it's valuable for you. So I want the doctors that are listening to this to take what you're hearing right now and imagine if you can create the same in your membership as well. And the reason why membership model works really well for doctors is, well, for one, if you do a monthly model, you don't have to worry about always trying to get new. Well, you still have to get new people in. And now, if you have a membership, you got to worry about churn or people canceling. So you got to work on retention. I have a membership model for coaching men with ED. They're not my patient, but we have a membership for that we are growing by creating a community, but we still have to struggle with churn. But we'll talk about that at a different time. So a membership requires community, good content, and coaching. But oftentimes people stay because the community model. And when you have a membership, it's reoccurring revenue, it's predictable income. And if you can collect it as an annual, it's even better. Because annual, you get with the cash up front, people are committed for the year, so you have less churn, and you're probably going to end up making more money when you do annual reoccurring rather than a monthly reoccurring. And that once you create it, it serves many, and you only do it once. Like in mine, we call the Modern Man Club. It's a coaching space for men with ED. I just show up twice a week on Zoom to meet with the member, to teach a member, to answer their question. I created a 5 module course that I put on there that they watch when they first join. And then we also have a workbook for them to do. We also have an app that they can use for accountability for diet and exercise, hydration, and sleep. So it's the community that is core to any type of membership. You can't just create a membership and throw a course at them and say, oh, just watch this content and just pay me monthly. People will not stay. And what's good about that is with my membership, my time in it is about 3 hours a month. Because I'm there for the meeting for an hour and a half for the meeting twice a month. The rest of the time, once you built it, it's there. It still needs nurturing, but my VA is the one that manages and it's an admin for that as well. And honestly, it's going to give you less burnout because you're not spending 12 hours a day seeing one-to-one to patients saying the same thing over and over again. It'll give you more freedom as well and just be able to build your personal brand because when you build your brand online with the membership, you can also carry that over to your practice. So if you are in your own practice, you can actually have patient be aware of what you do and come see you in the office. That's what happened with my membership. My membership, we have members all over the world. We have people in Kenya, London, Germany, even Vietnam as well. But most of our members in the US. And so the more they meet with you, the more they want to work with you. So we have members. That's actually one member is going to fly to from London to Virginia to see us at the office for treatment. But that's not my primary goal of building the membership. To build the membership is to be able to help create an impact for men with ED, so that way they don't have to come and see me in the office. But people want to see you in the office, but they want to get better quicker. And a membership will position you as the thought leader and authority in your field. You're going to gain national and global attention, brand deals. You're going to get brand deals. You're going to get sponsorship. You're going to get affiliate commission as well. That's how I'm able to command a video for a brand for 30 seconds for $2,000 because of my visibility of having the membership, and then also having a newsletter, having a YouTube channel. I don't call it a passive income stream because you still have to work on it, but it's an additional income stream beside your revenue stream of seeing patient in the office. Honestly, you can be anywhere in the world, still have a membership model. So doctors, if you're thinking about traveling, if you're thinking about working less in the office, having a membership is the way to go, because as long as you have internet, you can always run your membership anywhere. And in fact, I was traveling actually to Europe when I was still holding my membership meeting. So the membership will open doors to speaking engagement, writing, like I said, other side business such as supplement, such as equipment, such as consulting. So Mike, you want to talk about niche?
Yeah, and but just before we move on to that, I think what's important is that you're doing is you're building asset. So, and you have your assets. You've got the YouTube channel, you got your membership, you've got the newsletter. I know a lot of doctors, they complain to me is I'm just working, but I'm not building. And I said, why? The reason why you're not generating passive income is because you don't have any assets. You're not building any assets. You're working for somebody else. If you have your own business, that can be an asset that you could later sell. You could take or not, but it's going to continue to grow. And so I see people say, I want to get into real estate. Well, use the same concept. Real estate, you're buying houses, you're building assets that you could later sell. Here, you're doing the same thing at a much less cheaper price. You're not paying $500,000 or $1 million. You're not having to worry about renters or anything like that. These are something that you can own. And that's why I think it's one of the fundamental things that Anna and talk about is to build wealth, you need to start building assets. So let's talk about different niches that you can do. And again, this is for doctors if you're involved in medical, or for doctors who mean you can do outside of medical. We talked about that, whether it be in business. I know doctors help in real estate, or I know doctors are experts in relationships. So there's lots of different things that you can do. Here's some examples. Here's an industry that I know quite well, hormone health for women over 40. That's a great one and is continuing to go. And there's a lot of big interest in that. Weight loss and longevity for busy professionals. I know a doctor who has a membership, and here's the thing is, he's a busy surgeon, bariatric surgeon, and then he runs a weekly coaching that he does. But here's the thing is, he is not the one that I think he came in for the first webinar, but then it's all run by his nurses or his nutritionists that now run it. And these are people who pay him monthly, his clinic monthly on there. You can have arthritic patients, talk about pain management. That's a great niche for you. Coaching for burnt out physicians, that's continuing to go well, unfortunately. And then sexual health for men. And I think that's doing pretty well for you, Ann, I think.
Yeah, yes. I love it. I enjoy meeting with the members. And also, when you have conversation with these members, it will give you also a topic to talk about, challenges your client. They're not my patient, they're a client. So I know that doctors think, well, do I have to get insurance? Or they my patient? Do I have to get a license in the state? No, a membership is just for purely for education. They are not your patient. When they join the membership, you have to sign a disclaimer saying that this is purely for educational purposes. They have to converse with their physician before they do anything, and that you are not their doctor, and that you're just delivering information up to them, whether how they interpret that. So, but how I enjoyed it, I find out topics and challenges that they face, and then I create a product for that, or I create a video about that in my YouTube channel. That's one of the reasons why we're growing fast on our channels, because we know the challenges they're facing by the coaching program. So the coaching program is where I also get ideas as well too on how to grow my business in my office, as well as how to grow my YouTube channel. We have about fluctuating between 500, 550, sometimes 510 members at this point right now, because you're going to have churn. You're going to have new people come in, and hopefully new people coming in is more than churn. The one thing I like about that is that once you create it, it's there, and it's an asset. We've had this membership now for about, I say, 2.5 years. And every Q&A that I meet with them on Zoom is recorded. It becomes your library that you can build upon. And then I'm going to give you a big tip, doctor, if you're listening to this, is that you take all the Zoom meeting, you load it into a chat GPT, or you load it into an AI, and that becomes the resource center. And you can have it as a library for your members to go into if they want to find out, okay, how does nitric oxide work? So they can type in a query and they will get the answers from that. So that's what I do. All my Q&A that we've gathered, we put it into an AI, ChatGPT, and our members use that 24/7. But we also use that also as a lead magnet. We use it as a library where we can get in new members into the program as well. Because I'm always thinking about marketing and how I can monetize the content. Because remember, once you create content, it's gold. You can repurpose it in multiple different ways. In our membership, they can listen to the Q&A on Audible. So we created it into a podcast, and it's a private podcast that is for members only, so they can listen when they're on the road. But I have to be honest, when you have a membership, you got to put in the work to work on decreasing churn or cancellation, because when your members don't feel that they have value or they don't attend enough, they're gonna cancel. It's like kind of like Netflix. If you have Netflix and you're not watching it often enough, then you're gonna cancel it, right? Well, the key is for you to give them a compelling reason why they should show up and get the value out of it as well. So Mike earlier said, talk about a niche, is that the more niche down you are, the faster you're going to grow, and the better you're going to figure out how to grow your membership. Like for me, it's men with erectile dysfunction. Yeah, if I for pain management, you can just pick an arthritis patient, or like a rheumatologist. You can have a membership for just RA patient as well. You can't have a membership for like all pain patient. You can't have a membership for all patients with immunity deficiency. It's too broad. The more defined and niche down you are, the better the audience that you're going to be able to attract. And I know sometimes doctors get bogged down. Oh, I have to get this software. I have to design everything be perfect. In fact, that should be the last thing you should worry about, because with AI and technology nowadays, we have our membership in school for doctors, our Doctors Online Success. It's in the software called School. It costs $99 a month. It's very user friendly. And then we use our Dr. Boss software for email automation. But in that Dr. Boss software, you can also have a community as well. We just use School. That's how we launched it, so that we can have different exposure to different software as well. So it's easy to build a membership. You do live Q&A, you have video lessons, you have like a workbook, a PDF guide, and then a community forum. That's it. Don't make it complicated. Don't make it complex at this point. I personally like School, and our Dr. Boss is the private label for high level. Circle is okay, not bad, but those are the ones that the software that I like. And which one do you like, Mike?
You convinced me into School. I like it because of the community. And if you look at it, and this is School, it's, if you haven't been there, it's SKOOL.com. It looks like a Facebook group. And it used to be Facebook groups where was a good place to host memberships. But now that the algorithm has changed, we don't really recommend it. But right now, that's my favorite. We've used Mighty Networks as well. We've used WhatsApp. as it's a little, that can be a little too frenetic for my thinking, but we use it all. And that's the, so school right now is the one I would recommend.
Yeah, our membership is in there, so we know how that works as well. So, as in the final takeaway, doctor, you have the credibility, you have the knowledge. Now you just got to take that first step to know that what's out there, what's possible for you on how to create a multiple income stream outside from seeing patient in the office. It is possible. I have a membership and I know the possibility of that. And that membership lead to multiple other stream of income because you can do it and it will prevent you from burning out. And you can have this business literally next week. It's so easy to launch because it's very not costly at all. Well, the cost may be just the membership software would go with $99 a month. And then camera, you can even use your phone to record content. You can use your computer to do your Zoom meeting as well because you can do it. It just don't get bogged down in professionalism because people are making millions of dollars online. And right now, school is a $1 billion business. And like my pickleball coach, he's making what, at least 300,000 a month? That's just the beginning. Probably making a lot more if you count the merchandise, the
I don't
equipment,
think
and
it's
all
a
that.
month, it's a year, but
Oh, I'm
he's
sorry, a
probably,
year, a year.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the average physical pickleball pro probably makes less than 100,000 a year. So put that into context. You can either be a pro, but or a professional with marketing prowess. That's going to win every single time.
Well, I know a menopause coach, and she's not a doctor, she's just a personal trainer. She is making about $250,000 a
Wow.
month, not a year, a month, just coaching a female on how to manage their menopause symptoms. If she can do it, you can do it too. So that's why we invite you to join our school community in school. It's called Doctors Online Success. That the link is right here. Click this link right here, or you can type in doctors with an S, onlinesuccess.com to join our community. It's a community where we encourage you to leverage your medical expertise online to build multiple sources of income. This is what I'm doing, what Mike's doing, and we want to encourage doctors to do that. And you can do this while you have a full-time practice. And you can do this if you want to eventually move to online, because I truly believe as doctors, if you are not online, you're going to be invisible. You're going to be overtaken by other health practitioners, maybe non-clinician that is able to leverage online platform.
Yep. So just to finish up, don't just be a doctor, become a doctor boss. Hope to see you on the inside and join our school membership community where we talk more about this and do deep dives into marketing and gaining your own financial and geographic freedom. See you soon. Take care.
Take care.